Alright, everybody, welcome to MMS Donators tonight. Ought to be a good one, good stack field for tonight. Right now, John Ward, Justin Millicar, Steve Sizemore, Jeff Merck, James Ware in the top 5. William Haley, Landon Benson, and Dustin. Go on, your top 9 now. Get him McCullough. Well, let's top of board. Reckon his number ain't gonna load. Right now, 5 minutes to post, 1 lap. Mark Vondell, 6th quickest. Elijah, 7th quickest. There we go. That'll work out for tonight. Well, 5 minutes remaining still to come to qualify. Matthew Lee, Corey Wright, Nathan Harper, William H. Scott, Aubrey Thompson, Joseph Allen, Trevor Azranoth, Covey Neal are still to come for tonight. Just under 5 minutes. Well, we got a moment here. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Garrett. Yeah, I got you.
All right, now second on the board. PGR 500 coming up. How can you use anything from this race tonight to try to get prepared for the different track, different truck, or different car? I understand, but is there anything you can learn out of tonight, or really any kind of race as we get closer and closer to the biggest race in sim racing?
I'm sure you could use some of the, driving around people that you're not used to driving around, and the physics and stuff. Obviously, it's different vehicle, different track, but I mean, as far as the draft goes, knowing who to go with and when to go, that makes a big difference. So, yeah, I'll learn a good bit here. I mean, I know a good bit already, but I'm always learning as I go, even though I do this every day. So I'm definitely going to learn a little bit for sure here. Hopefully it'll be a good race. We got a good bit of drivers in here, and it looks like a good crowd.
Well, Buddy asked for tonight, what can we expect? Ben, as you mentioned, been one of the bigger crowds that we've had over the last couple of weeks. What can we expect tonight out of these trucks from your perspective?
Should be some good racing. There's a bunch of names that I don't know or not familiar with. I mean, that's not always a bad thing, but it's good to see some new faces and a pretty good. I know we got over 20 drivers, so that's going to be really good action here. Should see some lot of lane changing. All 3 lanes work here. We do have to make a pit stop at some point, so it should be pretty interesting here.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
You got it. If I'm talking to you at the end, then that's a good
Let's say,
finish.
at least you made some money.
That's right.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Yep. Right now, to get a little bit of money tonight, he's got to go through some big names. Justin Miller car in the booth after finishing second in the Truex Truck Series Friday night from Daytona. Another one, Jeff Merck, always a heavy favorite whenever we come to these races. James Warren, cannot sleep on James Warren nor Steve Sizemore. And of course, Ken McCullough on the pole for tonight. As we wait momentarily. Aubrey Thompson, you want to talk about the Truex Truck Series race at Daytona? Came within 1 mile of winning that race before getting turned on the last lap. He would love nothing more than to try to get the job done tonight. Corey Wright rolling out onto the racetrack as well with just over 90 seconds remaining. Matthew Lee as well. Thompson and Wright might get their lap in. It's hard to say about Matthew Lee. Thompson across the line, second quickest, 7:95. Corey Wright gets his in. Corey Wright actually goes up to 8th. Matthew Lee on the clock, 48 seconds. He might get it. No, he will not. Not with 48. Yeah, he knows it too. All right, the field is set. For what should be a hell of a race, hell of a night, and we will bring it back in just a few moments while warm-ups get underway. We're going to take a quick step away ourselves. You're watching MMS Donators live from Talladega. We'll be right back. All right. Right now, not a lot of activity on the track. James Waring on the racetrack. Lead is just going to be a mock pit entry under green. Minute and a half remaining. Oh, we're actually going to post a lap. Minute 2:41. With 20 seconds remaining. All right, with that being said, the main event up next. .40 laps the distance tonight. Kim McCullough, Aubrey Thompson, first and second. John Ward, Justin Millicar, Steve Savard, Matthew Patton, Jeff Merck, Corey Wright, Mark Vondale, Elijah Huge, James Ware, William Haley, the top 12. Fast 12, as a matter of fact. Landon Benson, Dustin Kawan, Nathan Harper, Stephen Miles, Trevor Asbernoth, Matthew Lee, Kobe Neal, William H. Scott, Joseph Allen rounds out the 21 car field for tonight. All McCullough, Thompson, bring us down to United Rentals restart zone.
Green, green, green.
Donators is rolling. Aubrey Thompson leads lap 1. Already 3 wide. Easy to do at Daytona and Talladega, more than Talladega than any of them. The field works down the back straightaway. Thompson holds on to a lead for the moment. Miller car push him out in front. Really similar to Friday night. Yeah, 23 working back there on that high lane, trying to make something happen as Thompson leads the middle lane. The course, Midnight Racing League. Top 3 as they stay in Thompson, Miller car, Corey Wright. At the line, give it to Thompson yet again. We're going to high bank Jeff Merck outside by himself for the moment. Trevor Astronaut jumps up right behind him as the field works down the back straightaway. Trevor Astronaut, Jeff Merck down to the bottom. Underneath the right, does Astronaut go with Merck? He does not. But field's going to work off of turn 4 yet again, and here comes Ken McCullough. Up the middle, going to try to make it work. Almost 4 wide to get it back to 3. Four wide. Make it work for the moment. Right now, McCullough all the way down. Cannell almost gets started. Right now, it's still Aubrey Thompson leading. Astronaut jumps to the middle lane. Right now, Trevor Astronaut trying to make up the ground. Of course, there comes McCullough, Patton, Lee, and others. Steve Sizemore on the bottom lane. Ken McCullough wants to lead a lap tonight. And at the line, he'll get it. McCullough got it. Nope. Thompson barely at the line. 36 to go, and already field's starting to come to the front. Right now, McCullough's jumped up to the middle lane, finally got around Thompson for the moment. So now McCullough, Matthew Lee leading the top end, bottom lane. Jeff Merck trying to form up the third lane with Astronaut. Justin Millicard jumps up with him. Aubrey Thompson going to force McCullough to the middle. 4 wide, further back. Here comes Nathan Harper. Caution is out. There goes Merck. There goes Wright. Astronaut involved in it as well. Well, saw it coming. Corey Wright damage to that machine. Jeff Burke got some damage to Talladega. Trevor Asronoth's. Asronoth, after a miserable run Friday night in the Midnight Racing League at Auto Club, was looking to try to have a good run tonight. There's damage to that machine. Well, let's go back and see what happened from the blimp cam and really see how this unfolds. Alright. When he enters 4 wide, Harper forces it 4 wide, gets into right into Mert. That's all she wrote. James Waring gets a piece of this, and it's hard to say which of the Kodak trucks rather, were involved in this, being there's 2 identical ones. All right, here, Harper's going to force it 4. Going to enter the top, that little bit of contact, just enough to put Corey right into Merck. Well, let's run on board with Corey Wright. Next on board, Trevor Asronoff. He ain't gonna be all that happy. Well, first caution of the night comes early at Talladega, and this just might push the field window back some. Actually, they got 100% fuel, which could get them to about 30 to 32 laps to go. 34 to go. This is going to be tight. I believe they can come back in. They're either going to save barely enough or be barely outside the window. Matthew Patton wins the race off pit road. Or Matthew Lee, sorry. Matthew Patton. First and second off. Steve Sizemore, Aubrey Thompson, Justin Millicart at top 5. McCullough, Miles, Neal, Wright, and Ward. So you can't get a word with Corey Wright. Give me 1 second here. Corey Wright, Gary Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy to get away from me, huh? Well, we saw it from our side. I guess we'll get your side of it, Jess. 4 wide gone wrong or a little bit too early for that? What was your take on the situation here?
Yeah, I think they got a little aggressive there this early in the race and threw it 4 wide. I feel like Nathan pushed me up into the driver on top of me, and it just kind of got ugly from there. So we got a fast repair. We used it, unfortunately, early. So we'll try to stay clean the rest of the race and finish up front.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. I'll get you back down there somehow.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. he go. We're going to hop out of Midnight's chat back to my broadcast booth. There we go. Taria Rackett, Matthew Patton, Matthew Lee, first, second, Steve Sizemore, Aubrey Thompson, Justin Millicard, top 5, Kevin McCullough, Stephen Miles, Kobe Neal, Corey Wright, and William Haley rounds out the top 10. 32 to go. They're going to be right on the pit window. And the other thing is, you know, as we stand, if the Midnight guys can get hooked back together, I mean, Mitch saw it Friday night in the Raging Idiot Racing League race. Once them 3 cars got hooked together, really, Thompson and Millicard, with the help of Case Sprinkle, once they got linked up, it was hard to get them broke loose. We're rolling. 31 to go. Down and back straight away. Here comes Patton. On the bottom, got Sizemore with him, along with Millicard, Corey Wright, Aubrey Thompson. Working that outside lane. South Miles right behind me, along with McCullough. McCullough started on pole. Joseph Allen out of the race. Be the first retiree. Right now, 30 to go. Just joined us tonight. We have a race recap. Matthew Lee, your leader right now. Only 1 caution, but only 2 official lead changes. I was sure that's going to change. Lee trying to run Thompson high. Won't be able to do it. Here comes McCullough. Well, actually, he did. He might not. He shut the door on him. That was enough to stall him out. I can tell Aubrey probably will not be happy about that. William H. Scott trying to work up John Ward with him. They wanted him to go that far. 29 to go. All right, now Miles down to the bottom. Lee still leading here at Talladega. Thompson, McCullough, Miles. Patton, your top 5. Neal, Sizemore, Justin Millicard, William Haley, Corey Wright still remains inside the top 10 despite being caught up in that first incident. Well, 1 fast repair already gone, so evidently the damage more severe than what it looked. right now, of course. They're taking it easy right now. I'm unsure into how pit strategy's working out. 4-cylinder drivers top 10. They went 7. They're on a 6-lap run as it stands. They just might make it. Just might. Stephen Miles on the apron, trying to hold it down there. Not down line. Robert Thompson back to the point. Bringing McCullough with him, Neal, Miller, Carr, Haley. Cohen, and there's another truck back. I believe that's William H. Scott back behind him. It is William H. Scott. The truck's on the outside lane. John Ward just jumped to the top lane as well. Right on board Aubrey Thompson. A minute here, right on board with a couple more drivers. Just the Miller car right now started 4th. Well, he ain't lost nothing, ain't gained nothing. Steve Sizemore. Sizemore has dropped back just a little bit. Oh, it's getting close. That and the car almost came together. Keep on right on board. Landon Benson, new face to PGR right now, at least on my side of things. Started 12th. Started 13th right now, up one spot, running in 12th position, just hanging out, riding John Ward, the other Kodak car. Ward's gone backwards, started 3rd. You hear him letting off. For Ward doing that, that's telling me they are very close on fuel. Nathan Harper, Chick-fil-A on board, riding on board. Just behind them. Last but not least, Trevor Asronaut just riding in the back after being involved in the first incident of the night. Right in the front is still Aubrey Thompson, trying to haul it off the field. Patton working to his bottom. Thompson still has McCullough right behind him. See that little separation. McCullough trying to get air to that truck. Cool it off the best way that he can with 23 to go. Still 2x2 for about, well, they know about almost the back end of the field. Right now, Stephen Miles has lost the draft, 8.9 seconds off. Other than that, 19 drivers still in contention for tonight. Patton able to get ahead for the moment as the field exit off turn 2. Patton to the outside, almost gets turned. now. Biggest movers and gainers of the night. You can see them on the scoring pylon. Right now, Matthew Lee up 16 spot. Kobe Neal up 7. Harper up 3. They're your biggest movers so far tonight. Actually, Matthew Patton up 5, right up 4. Biggest droppers so far tonight. Mark Vondale down 7 spots. Joseph Allen did not start the race tonight. So 20 drivers in contention. We're not actually down 7. Jeff Mark down 7. Biggest movers and droppers of the night. Favorite manufacturer as they run right now. Ford not even in the top 10. Nathan Harper down in 13th. I believe is the only Ford out here tonight. Was it Chevrolet top 2, followed by making a top 3, followed by Matthew Lee's Toyota, then Kobe Keneal. So right now, 4 Chevrolets in the top 5 with 20 to go. Right now, Patton can be leading. It really has been Matthew Patton and Robert Thompson since the last caution in the who might decide this race. Right now, Lee's led 9 laps. Thompson's led, 9 at the line. It's going to be 18 to go. Get back to the start-finish line. And right now, it has either been Matthew Patton or Aubrey Thompson to lead a lap so far tonight. Patton all the way to the top side. Thompson's going to leave him to dry. Told him sit up there. Just sit up there for a second. Chill out. And Patton's going to go at least outside the top 10. Liam H. Scott coming with him. Right now, Thompson has to deal with Matthew Lee. Still got McCullough right behind him. Well, for Thompson, I can imagine how sweet it would be to win tonight. Break a winless streak, break the bad luck. Right now, he is in prime position to do it. But he has got to hold on. MMS is best in the Donator Series to get the job done. 18 to go at the line. Here comes Lee with another run. Not able to get there. Down the back straight away yet again. Kenny McCullough just hanging out for a moment. Starting on pole, has not really left top 10 all night. Kobe Neal as well, holding strong. I gotta tell you, another hunger on Justin Millicar back there. Would love to return to victory lane in a money race. We talked to him Friday night, going into Saturday. Got him a new rig, new setup. Still trying to get used to it. But right now, Millicar's hanging out in the 4th spot. Coy Wright has worked himself back up inside the top 10, trying to get to the top 5. There's the single truck breakaway, single flat out. It's what they needed. Bottom lane has seen lost all of his muster so far. You want to talk about something? Matthew Patton, only a few laps ago, from battling for the lead back to 12th. Stuck between two Kodak cars. Speaking of the devil, here it comes. Patton storming up the outside. Bringing Ward with him. McCullough to the third lane. A huge shot to the 03. McCullough trying to take the lead. Entering one. They're going to split Thompson 3 wide. Thompson sells back behind his teammate Millicar in the 7th spot as they work down the back straightaway. Kenneth McCullough leads for the first time tonight. Truck's already fading up to the top side. Patton's going to leave McCullough hanging. Ward coming with him along with wearing 2 Dega Pro drivers within the top 3 now. Shot out of a cannon. Then you go to the lead. Here comes McCullough, back to the bottom again, trying to get side by side with Ware, and he's got it for now. Millicar Thompson to the outside with Wright with him. Here comes Midnight. On the outside. Oh, Millicar gets turned. They say that. No, they don't. James wearing upside down. Thompson's in it. Justin Millicar, Ward through the infield grass. Corey Wright, meatball damage. The night is done for the 4. Thompson, a fast repair coming up. Jeff Mert looks like he'll get through that unscathed. God almighty. James Waring as well. Waring tows it back to the pits. It is night done for James Waring. Well, he's got fast repairs to tow that he's got to worry about. What in the name of might has happened? Well, if I can stop it, that'd be great. Fast forward here a little bit. And go to the blink cam while we at it. And we're going to set this up through the tri-oval. But Waring and Ward hooked up. Dega Pro, obviously. Teammates trying to get around Matthew Patton. McCullough occupies the bottom. Thompson and Millicar go to the top. Corey Wright comes with them. Oh, and Justin comes down right in front of Waring. Keneal gets into Waring and James Waring up and over. It almost went into the county line. Right on board with James Waring. There went the motor. Next on board, Aubrey Thompson. He's trying to get it rolling. You can hear it, that truck not wanting to go. Right on board with him. Bam! Kobe Neal's on board. He's going to get a little bit out of this. They'll run on board Corey Wright. Ken McCullough lucky enough he's going to make it through this. Corey Wright will not be so lucky. Well, that's the big one. And then it takes out a bunch of them. Better camera angle here. Well, through it all, Matthew Patton still the leader. John Ward, Nathan Harper, Mark Vondell, Kenneth McCullough, the top 5. Matthew Lee, Astronaut, Sizemore, Miles, and Merck, your top 10. You can't get a word with James Waring. James Waring, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Garrett.
Well, I'll be damned. So you figure out all the. You take some of the worst impacts that I've ever seen. How does this one measure on the Richter scale?
Nothing like being the innocent bystander as usual and get caught up in someone else's mess. But
Well, the way I see it, 11 to go, 10 whenever you take the green flag, balls to the wall, see what happens.
I'm 2 laps down now because I had to take a tow. So unless there's a couple more cautions, I am SOL.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you during HGR in the winner's circle Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Tough break for James Ware and Aubrey Thompson as well. 1 lap down. It will not be redemption tonight for Thompson. All right. 10 to go. This is going to be fun. Patton, Ward brings us down to the United Rentals restart zone.
Green,
We're
green,
rolling.
green.
We're on board with Patton now. Well, the dominant car right now out of contention, Aubrey Thompson. That will now bring Matthew Patton with 10 to go, being the next closest one. Led 8 laps so far tonight, trying to lead the remaining 10. Goes Mark Vondell to the bottom. Mark Vondell for the lead. Right now getting pushed by his teammate McCullough. Sizemore with him as well. Sizemore gets turned hard into the wall.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Good grief. James Ware and Aubrey Thompson involved in this one. Goodness. Caution out again. Well, see, you can't look at it from the blimp camera here. I mean, bam. Hard into the wall. 20 nowhere to go. Warren locks it down. Thompson trying to get Wood up. Let's look at it slow motion here. Patton almost gets turned sideways. Sizemore tries to come up. Goes across the bumper. Gets knocked a little bit more sideways. Patton comes down a little bit. Hooks Sizemore. And boom. Right into the outside retaining wall. Everybody else get to the bottom the best you can. Astronaut gets through. Both Kodak cars get through. Waring breaks it down to 20. Does not. Significant damage to the front of that machine. Right on board with Steve Sizemore. Aubrey Thompson. Can't see nothing for the smoke. Sizemore back up the track. I don't think Thompson hits him. Dustin Cohen's on board through this. Well, he's just going to barely tap. Well, he ain't going to barely tap. He's going to push that radiator in. What he's going to do. Well, right now, Mark Vondale leads at Talladega. Well, right now, Mark Vondale, Ken McCullough, Stephen Miles, Nathan Harper, John Ward, your top 5. Justin Millicar, Matthew Lee, Trevor Adamnoth, Kobe Neal, and Landon Benson, your top 10. Well, to re-rack it is an MMS duo. Mark Vondell, Ken McCullough. First and second, Nathan Harper, Stephen Miles. Third and fourth, Justin Millicar. Fifth, Astronaut Ward, Benson Lee, and Elijah, your top 10. All right. All right, Vondell, McCullough.
Green, green, green.
Bring us down. We're rolling again. Vondell did not get a good start. McCullough did. Vondell's going to drop back. He didn't even get going. Misses a shift or something other on the mishap on 59. McCullough hung out and dry. Here comes Stephen Miles. Oh, spoke too soon. Miles hung out to dry. Ward, Lee, Neil, Mark, all going to leave Stephen Miles out in the field. 3 wide behind them. Started up front and with 5 laps to go. McCullough leads. Millicar and others trying to get caught back up. Well, McCullough leads at 4 to go. Lee right back down to the bottom. McCullough and Ward, they found each other right now. Ward stuck between 2 MMS trucks. McCullough and Neil right at the moment. Stephen Miles trying to bow back on the outside. Neil up to the top side, fakes it out. Here we go. Ward straight to the middle. Going break, Patton Harper win him. Sizemore still in it. 3 to go. Matthew Lee leads. Jeff Mark up to second. Where did Astronaut the Millicar come from in all this? Working on the bottom lane. Jack, Shack, Midnight, ever how you want to call them, they are coming. And I reckon Jeff Mark hard into the wall.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Aubrey Thompson again. Let me ready to cry right now. Good grief. Or for Jeff Merck, not a happy camper. Mark Mondale, significant damage to that 59 machine. 4th caution will more likely be going to overtime. Now first, let's look at it. Oh. Cola comes down. Well, McCullough comes down. Well, we know that, but Right on board with Kenny McCullough and Jess. Let's just ride on board here. Thing when he got to Jeff Merck kind of upset his own truck a little bit. Either that or he was getting pushed. But they're wrecking Bell. There's a second wreck. Okay, hold up. So there's a couple more things to die here. McCullough, big damage. What the hell? Alright, well. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Other than knowing to me, there are 2 wrecks involved here. Well, let's see what the first one is. First one. Okay, so Vaughn down at 20 get here. There's where Thompson and them get together. So now there's a second one. Merck, Patton, and McCullough both involved. That was a strong truck that 03 had. But it will come undone. Give me 1 second here, folks. Ken McCullough's in, of course, the damage severe. Can't even hardly turn the truck. More like I'll be done for tonight. Well, no, McCullough's back out there. We're good. All right. Matthew Lee, John Ward, Nathan Harper, Justin Millicar, Sizemore, Azardoth, Miles, Scott. 17 trucks still in contention. Well, John Ward has not led a lap tonight. I do not believe. How great would it be to see Ward lead the final one? 2 laps to settle it.
Green, green, green.
We're rolling. Lee with a great jump. Ward right up in front of him, going to leave Millicar on the bottom. As Matthew Lee leads him into turn 1. Oh, the wrecking in the back. No caution. Kobe Neal got turned around. They're going to see the white flag. Lee leads that in the line. Ward hard on his trail. Here comes Miles and Harper winning. They're going to stay in line into turn 1 for the final time. Up off your feet, get the photo finish cameras out. This is going to be a dandy one. They're staying in line for the moment. Who's going to blink first? Who's going to step out of line? Into turn 3 for the final time. Oh, Sizemore gets turned by Merck. Hard into the wall, 2 or 3 of them. Wrecking in the back, does not matter. At the front. Miles steps out of line. At the stripe, Lee, Ward, Harper, McCullough gets turned, Everett Devon, Matthew Lee, to victory lane at Talladega. I'll be damned. Nathan Harper will come in 3rd, Ward 2nd. John Ward will get that post-race interview. Millicar, William H. Scott finishes in some money tonight. Trevor Azarnoth involved in that wreck on the last lap, 2 or 3 of them. All right. Matthew Lee to victory lane. Well, chaotic night. Whoops. Get over here. Well, Matthew Lee leads 16 laps tonight. You got a copy?
Hello.
There you are. Well, taming through the night, bit of a wild one, but really stayed at the front the majority of the night. I want to ask you, the first caution, everybody pitted. What was it? Safe to go all out to begin with, or was there a little bit of saving that had to go in? How tight was the fuel up to that point?
I think I was gonna make it, but I was really tight on the number. I started riding, I don't know, 75, 80% throttle, even out front of the group there. Once I got to the bottom, trying to get guys to get in front of me so I could save some fuel, and then the caution come again. So it really didn't matter. I kind of figured I should have just pushed like hell and tried to keep it out in front of everybody. Lost track position there, and it kind of was tough getting back to the front.
Well, of course, since they have, I guess the best word to say it, has freed up the trucks. Since they have freed up the trucks, not a whole bunch of gridlock. But yeah, how difficult is it? Easier to get to the front, or is there still a little bit of work that's got to go into it to try to stay at the front, get to the front, and ultimately, how hard is it to defend all lines coming towards the closing end of these races?
Yeah, I'm not too good, first of all, at defending a bunch of lines like that at the end of these. I don't do it too often, and the boys behind me made me earn it coming to the line, that's for sure. I really like the new package, though, as far as being able to side draft people and stuff, and I think the skilled guys, it kind of brings it back more into their hands versus just getting lucky with track position all the time. You can get back to the front after something happens if you got someone to work with. Yeah, what little bit I've raced it, I've had fun.
Well, buddy, a hell of a night to say the least. My last question I got for you. Is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just you guys doing the broadcast here, and Kenny putting this on. Jeff, there, we got together once and got to the front, and he always seems to get caught up in something, so maybe want to go his way one of these times.
Well, buddy, hell of a job tonight. Appreciate your time. Matthew Lee is your winner tonight for MMS Donators. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well, next up, it's always a good time to talk to me after the race. John Ward, do you got a copy?
Yes, I got you, Garrett.
Well, take me through it. Was there anything left that you had that you could have done to try to step out, or were you pretty much just bound to where you're at in them closing moments?
Well, I was working with Nathan Harper there at the end. I told Nathan I wanted to take care of Matt Lee. I race with him all the time, but I wanted to make sure Matt Lee was going to be good to go at the end. But at the end, I was going to jump out on. He blocked me pretty good. I went low, and I tried to fake like I was going to go high. It's hard to make, big moves without getting loose and spinning out, but Nathan, he did all he did to try to stay with me, and just Matt Lee done a really good job of blocking me and knowing where I was going to be. I tried a couple moves on him, and I couldn't get around him there. By the time I did, it was too late, and he did a hell of a job. But I done all I could there. I'm sure I could have, maybe done a little more or something, but I did try to make a move, and he held his ground. I congratulated him, told him he did a really good job there.
But, buddy, of course, we talked about earlier, PGR 500, always a good time to run second. I will ask you, though, as we get closer, is second really going to be an option for John Ward when it comes February 8th if you make the main show?
Second is always an option. It's not the best option, but it's an option. I know I would love to win it. I'm going to go there to win it. This does give me some motivation getting in second here, working good, and we're having some good chemistry with the team. Me and Nathan, we just started working. Every time we work together, we do pretty good. So that's a plus, and it's just anytime you finish in the top 5, you get confidence, and you're happy, and you're ready to go, and you're ready to keep going to the next one and the next one and see if you get any better and what happens and whatnot.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, the Pat was wild. I'll ask you this, though. This is more of a personal thing than anything. What the hell is wrong with you trying to trip me up with another Kodak car on the track?
Yeah, hey, I did. As Soon as I seen it, I was like, oh man, we got the same paint job. I recently switched to Chevy. I usually run a Toyota, and I kind of got comfortable with it because I'm running a PGR. I wanted a Chevy, so I wanted to run some Chevy vehicles, and I don't have a paint job yet, so maybe I'll get some fresh paint on this thing, and we'll get the 92 on the side, and it'll be a lot easier for you.
Well, buddy, it would be, but as for tonight, really, what was the challenging aspects with this truck? And tonight, was there any challenging aspects, or was it pretty much just trying to get to the front and stay at the front?
It's just always challenging with these trucks. I mean, the bottom is fast. You don't want nobody to side draft you. So if they try to stay in the middle, and when they're lined up on the bottom and you're protecting the right side by the wall, the bottom just flies by. So that means you got to come off the wall and side draft them. And when you come off the wall, the guys behind you, they want to take your right side to make it 3 wide, and it slows you down. So you got to know where to be and where to go and how to, work the lines and go up and down. And it's really tricky. I mean, and then you involve the temperature, and it's just a lot that goes into it. And it's just, you got to get it down, and it's tricky. It really is, and we're still learning. Tell you the truth, we're still learning what lanes we need to be in. Like, we were all three at the top, and the bottom just rolled right by all of us. We was like, dang, we should have went down and side drafted, but we was too worried about protecting the right side. We wasn't trying to come off the wall. So, yeah, definitely got to work on some things there, and like, it's always tricky and stuff. So we're still learning and trying to get it down.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got for you. So anybody want to thank tonight, friends, family, sponsors, etc., the floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank you, PGR, everything that they do and you do coming along. You always do a good job. I always watch your broadcast. You do a good job, and quality and drivers that drive it. I want to thank Dega Pros, the community, everybody involved over there. We race all the time. I want to thank MMS, Kenny, for putting this race together tonight, and just everybody involved watching at home. It was fun.
All right, buddy. For John Ward tonight, he will come in second. He will now turn his attention to the PGR 500 and a few more little MMS and HGR races along the way.
You got it.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, all right, Nathan Harper, we're going to make a deal here, buddy.
All right, what's the deal?
Next race you win, I am eating Chick-fil-A because I've been craving a 30-piece for the last 2 weeks and I ain't found a reason to go get it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, you ain't lying, son. I mean, for $21 ain't bad. Not for 30 pieces of nuggets and a large fry and a drink. Anywho, besides that, there's your sponsor shout-out for tonight. Take me through the night, really. Earlier in the race, the incident with Corey Wright, really, just take us through your vantage point. What did you see? What did you think happened? And ultimately, from there on, how will you summarize the race tonight?
Yeah, in the moment, I thought it'd be called a racing deal, but I was like, it's better just to look at it, and I feel like I was kind of ran up the track, and it was either I'm right hooking him or, trying to miss him, and I ended up doing the guy on my outside, so I just ended up taking it. I mean, it was whatever. But, I missed another wreck and got up to the front and then went from there.
Well, and then, of course, was there anything you could have done on that last lap to try to make the move, try to get up to the lead, or like Ward where you just kind of bound to where you were at?
Oh, yeah, I was working with Ward there, and I don't think I could have got to his right rear. If I go low, then I get side drafted. So it was just, I just told him, I'm like, all right, I'm going to commit to you. And Lee, he did a really good job mirror driving there and fending him off. So, I mean, P3, I'll take it.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job nonetheless. Last question I got for you before I let you head out of here tonight. Get ready for PGR. Coming up, is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to Ward and Patton. I worked with them tonight. My main team. They're not my main team, and I think I'm gonna start working with them in this series. But I mean, most of my main team's banned from here, are not allowed. So yeah, you gotta find some people to work with. But hey, I mean, this is our second night in a row, and we've both cashed. So I guess we're on a roll. And thanks for you for broadcasting this tonight.
All right, buddy. For Nathan Harper, be a third place run. He'll turn his attention to the PGR 500 coming up February 2nd through the 8th. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. With that being said, final lineup or final results for tonight. MMS as the road to the PGR 500 continues in the fast lane. Matthew Lee, John Ward, Nathan Harper, Justin Millicar, William H. Scott Jr., your top five. Stephen Miles, Matthew Patton, Trevor Addernoth, William Haley, Kevin McCullough rounds out the top 10. Aubrey Thompson will come home in 11th. Vondale, Merck, Neil, Elijah Sizemore, Benson, and Waring, the top 18 on further down. Dustin, Cohen, Corey Wright, Joseph Allen rounds out the 21 car field for tonight. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight as we end the weekend on a good note. Still to come, PGR, Fun Day Sunday, or Sunday Fun Day, ever how they call it. Still to come. And I will see everybody tomorrow night for the Inspired Cup Series live on the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel. And until then, everybody have a good night and take it easy.